come on in. Relax, sit down, grab something to drink, get your best blanket. Scorpio, take 2. Yeah, I actually already did your reading. It's going to be very interesting to see the cards that come out now because this is take 2. So I'll be wondering if they follow that last reading. All right, we're going to find out. Everybody's angels and guides and spirit team is in the house with me right now. Please just know it. Hold on, I'm going to shut my blind here so the lighting is better. A little better. Not so much glare, maybe. Hi, everybody. Popping in and out. It's good to see you. All right, Scorpio, take 2. What do you got for us? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. I'm going to stop even saying all of it, except for it's always going to be based for North Noders, you know, on my channels. Anywho, something about distance. Divorce, maybe, ghosted, or maybe a separation of some sort. Whatever that means to you. Okay, Scorpio? Then I have two-faced, double life, cheater, backstabber. Somebody isn't who you thought they were or something. You can't trust this person. I feel like you know that. Your spidey senses already know that. Okay. I have masculine energy, authority, discipline, father figure. Could be your father we're talking about, or just if you are female, you're in your very masculine energy in this situation. Soulmate, twin flame, maybe a friendship or a romantic partner. Something about that, hope, fear, challenge, and homework column, right? That's what we're working on. Or that's what it is about, working on it, right? Hopeless, loss, depression, and I'm not saying that bottom word. Somebody's in this energy. I hope it's definitely not my North Noders. I know that. So whoever this is, maybe it's just a hopeless situation at the very least of that card, right? Okay, we're going to get a little more of the vibe. What's going on with my superheroes out there? My superhero Scorpios. Show me what I need to see. Something, I don't know if you ghosted a situation or they ghosted a situation, but whatever it is, I feel like ultimately, I kind of feel like most of you anyway were the ones that were ghosted. It's about divorce or some sort of separation. So whatever that was to you, that's what this message is about, right? You know, you can't trust this person. They have a double life. They're not who you thought they were. They were wearing a mask. They're probably more than likely a covert narcissist of some sort, right? But yeah, we got this authority and this father figure or discipline energy. Possibly. It doesn't have to be a father, but some of you, I think it is. Oops. Rough. Somebody rough around the edges. I think it has been rough for you, Scorpio. You've probably been through it, man. And if you are a North Noder, which my readings are towards, you have been through hell. You've walked it, you know. The Scorpio energy tends to go through very transformative stages through their life, right? A lot of endings, a lot, you know, that's part of the death card vibe. But whatever, I feel like it's been a rough road. Okay, we'll say that at the least. Hi, everybody, popping in and out. Good to see you. This is Scorpio, take 2. Somebody didn't want me to get the messages out from that last reading. And I'll tell you, it was pretty dark. I think it was focused to a certain collective this week. But I'm gonna, like I was saying, I don't, so far, I don't, the only card that came out that's the same is the soulmate. So we could be dealing with that twin partner, the twin flame. Possibly it's a friendship, maybe it's a romantic partner. We don't, whatever that is. Flying monkeys just came out. Okay. Something about flying monkeys, which is a psychological term for people that do basically the devil's dirty work for them. Or, there's like a kingpin that's, they're the puppets or something. Has to blame someone. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. This person, this friendship, or possible twin flame, maybe. Well, they gotta blame somebody. That's the hope, fear, challenge, and homework. They need to blame themselves, take accountability, responsibility. I have a feeling it's coming out already. I had boat right here in the middle. This is crowning you. It's deep. Boats are, on water, right? So I feel like keeping above the depth or something. People want to bail ship. They're not bailing anything, I don't think. They may think they are, but I don't know. I don't know. Tantrums or emotional outbursts. Somebody is in a hopeless situation. Possibly. Has to blame somebody. I'm not saying that last word, and that doesn't mean that all of you are dealing with that kind of energy. So I'm going to hope for the best. We got to prepare for the worst, hope for the best, All right. All right, Scorpio. Scorpios are in the house. Hermit reverse. Oops, wait, no. 6 of Wands and then the Hermit reversed. Yeah, there's a group of people. More than likely, these flying monkeys. Somebody's getting some accolades here. I like it. Or congratulatory, kind of like, hey, I'm not sure. I like it. Public acknowledgement of some sort. Somebody might be in the public eye. Possibly. But I do feel like there's a group of people. It's been rough. It's been rough, Scorpio. Hermit reversed is either they don't want to do their shadow work. There could be fears or denials or whatever happening. I don't know. But very unhealed energies, these flying monkeys. Yeah. These backstabbing energies, two-faced, saying one thing, doing another, two-faced. The moon reversed. Father figure, exposure, boat. Justice reversed, has to blame somebody. 3 of Pentacles, tantrums, emotional outbursts. Did these people try and trigger in the past? Did they try to trigger somebody? It's like taunting the lion, isn't it? I get that because I was in that energy. I was the lion in the cage. Anywho, 9 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles reversed. I feel like this exposure with this authority figure, we'll say, right? This masculine energy, male or female, I don't care. But I do feel like it's very unjustified here, and they have to blame somebody else. So I do feel like they're not taking accountability. And with flying monkeys here, that's telling me that we're dealing with a narcissistic behavior. So the injustice of it all, hope, fear, challenge, and homework with this union, whoever that person is, whether that's a twin flame, a friendship, or a romantic partner. 3 of Pentacles here tells me teamwork makes the dream work, right? The building. trying to build out of a hopeless situation. Somebody's in a very, very, very low, depleted, unfortunately, kind of vibe around you. Possibly. Some of you. It's in the cards. Yeah, very weak. Yeah, see? That cowardly lion. This is when the cowardly lion finds his heart, and he isn't so cowardly after all. Right? These people are scared. They were ghosted, divorced, separated from. It's been rough. It's been a rough road. Somebody could be on their own here, right? This is a very abundant energy, flying monkeys. I feel like they were ganging up on this Alice energy, male or female, I don't care, right? Flip and flop each and every time you feel fit. But yeah, Two-Face, you don't trust these people. You could feel like you're on your own, Scorp. Knight of Pentacles, dead center in the reading here. They want these messages to stop, right? This boss, father figure, authority figure, leader, whoever that is, right? But the Shaggy Man here, right dead center in the reading, it is about look, he's holding a horseshoe. I never noticed that before until just now. Yeah, they don't feel like they're in a good situation, whoever this is, because technically this card is reversed. Could this Shaggy Man be shit out of luck? Or a woman? I don't know how to say, but 8 of Cups is here. Wishing upon a star. Yeah, walking away from, somebody, the injustice. Somebody walked away. Yeah, somebody ghosted the situation, see? It wasn't fulfilling. Those cups were down. Those 8 cups were down. You know, because of all the injustice and the hate and the drama, and people could be blocked, with these tantrums and emotional outbursts. Are we talking kids, or are we talking adults behaving like kids because they're very emotionally imbalanced, is the question here. Yeah, the illusion's out. See, the moon down, now the 7 of Cups down. Whew, it's been rough. Yeah. All that glitters is not gold after all. Yeah. Somebody, show me what I need. I need more cards. I'm feeling like whatever they planted wasn't exactly good, healthy seeds. It's like Bill Gates taking all our seeds, and replacing them with his seeds, which is true, by the way. It's disgusting in our food. He has total control over everything with it. They all do. But I feel like those seeds were like ruined, rot. I don't know, whatever that is. 6 of Swords. Alice is getting out of the hardships, or that's what it's about, right? I think, Scorpio, you're going to be coming into, like lush land after that really tropical storm, or whatever that might have been, kind of vibe. Very abundant with these flying monkeys and how unhealed people can be. There is new drive. There's a new beginning. Something's going to give you some chutzpah. You're going to get your chutzpah back, your drive, that passion, something new. Father figure right over it. Maybe the father figure, say it is a father, not a boss or what, but say it is, then maybe they're going to get the drive. Or that's what it's about. So you can flip it, flop it, whatever, however. 2 more. Wow, okay. Thank you. Ali, listen to me. Yeah, King of Wands. Yeah, I feel like it is definitely a masculine father figure. This is ×2 it's come out. So for a lot of you, you know, it is a boss, a leader, a father figure, taking charge, taking action, right? But they have to blame somebody. See, they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with the injustice. This is a twin flame, by the way, I feel, for a lot of you, or a fake twin flame, whatever that is. I don't know. I only know a little bit about them, and I know it's a very rough road between these two people, you know? Yeah, like a loaded gun. The aggression. Yeah, tantrums, emotional outbursts. Yeah, some people I feel, especially with the Queen of Cups down right above it, the aggression of this team, these flying monkeys, and they're still being aggressive to this moment, which tells me there's no lessons learned yet. The Hierophant on the bottom. It's about family, marriage, possibly. And if not, it could be like a teacher, a guide, a shaman. Yeah, they don't know boundaries. That's their problem. People don't know their boundaries. They spew all this stuff about respect and da 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 da, and then they don't give anybody respect. It's because they don't respect themselves underneath it all. It's the pathetic part. But, anywho, we're going to dive deeper. Hi, everybody. Hello. Show me what I need to see. Knight of Pentacles reversed again. Ding, 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 ding. The Shaggy Man. Yeah, Six of Wands. There's acknowledgement around this for sure. They want these messages to stop. They haven't moved. It's been rough. They are rough. I feel like they are rough around the edges or something. Something about this separation. Two-faced. Covert, wearing that mask. Show me. Six of Pentacles reversed. Very unhealed. Very unhealed. They don't even recognize their own gifts. They're just so blocked. Flying monkeys, they really don't want to put the energy or synergy into this or whatever this is, or what they did put in, the energy and synergy they put into it wasn't good. The intent, there was nothing good about it. There was no good intent whatsoever. They're very, very unhealed, these flying monkeys. These could be kids, the kids of the family. Say we are talking about that father figure that's now come out twice, right? Could these be the kids that were used as flying monkeys? This is interesting. Show me. Somebody has a boat or something, or metaphorically speaking, they want to bail ship. And because they want to blame somebody, and it's not going to happen because they got to take accountability and responsibility, period. That's the point of it. So all these flying monkeys want to bail ship. Well, no, it doesn't work that way, because you're going to end up, in the long run, if you don't do it in this life, it's going to be in the next, that you're going to have to take responsibility. Yeah, there's no closure here. This is very karmatic. The world down. Unofficial business. I don't know why I just heard that, and I don't know what about that. Unofficial business, I just heard. I don't know who that's for. But anyway, it is about, possibly documents that aren't finished or something because those lessons weren't learned. See, this is when things are completed and you move on to a new whatever, right? I feel like this is very karmatic, going round and round and round. This, they just keep, even though there's an illusion, they just keep going and going and going. Or it could be, they don't want to stop. They want to continue. The Emperor. Do I have the Emperor? No. I have the Hierophant. Okay. The Emperor. So has to blame somebody. Yeah. The one who's in charge. The twin flame, possible friendship or romantic partner. Yeah, the injustice of it all. Somebody needs to boss up about it. Make those scales level, right? Make them balanced. We're in the times of the Great Awakening. We need to, I need a bunch of cards. Okay. So, whoops. 8 of Wands. 8 of Cups reversed. Ding, 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 ding. 2 of Cups. 7 of Swords reversed. 10 of Wands reversed. High Priestess. Tower. 9 of Pentacles down. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, things are happening quick. It's about communication, building, teamwork, People are having emotional outbursts about this, But I think because things are moving, there is growth on these wands. See, it's like it's supposed to happen kind of thing. But being swift, right? That's part of the meaning of the card. So being quick-witted, on your feet. You might have a conversation where you have to be on your feet. Yep. Dealing with it. They're weak. They're dealing with it hard. It's rough. They were rough. See? It's part of the Wheel of Fortune in the world. In my book, it's bad karma. It's like the wheel, it's like something happened. There's no closure there, but it was, you gotta, it's like whatever was fated, whatever happened, how you deal with that is what shapes your destiny, right? So they don't want to. They're weak or scared. Well, you can put it out, but they can't take it. Yeah. Anywho, this 9 of Pentacles here, in abundance. This is about a union or a reunion. This could be spiritual. You may have a strong tie with the spirit, my North Noders. It could be possibly a union or a reunion coming as well, but I don't see the Ace of Cups yet, but take it as it is. 7 of Swords down here. See, they can't be manipulative or toxic. The Shaggy Man, right? It's come to a stop. They can't be toxic. They can't be, gaslighting or scapegoating or stealing anymore. I feel like things were stolen for somebody. I feel like they were. It's still in the card, even though it's reversed. Dealing with their own ancestral curses or dealing with it hard. And somebody wants to walk away from it and blame somebody else. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen in a Scorpio's book. Right? Damn, fucking people. That's funny. Yeah. She may be hated, or he, this high priestess. The high priestess knows, right? They know. Somebody might have psychic gifts out there. A psychic medium. right? Some of you may be Reiki masters, tarot readers, healers, star seeds. You know, there's communication. Things are happening fast. It may be a hopeless situation, and people may not be dealing well and having tantrums about this because you know something. Having tantrums because you know something. You know something shady. See? Was that the exposure here with the Cheshire Cat reversed? I could be onto something there. Here's the Tower. Yeah, see? Okay. Let me explain something here. This Tower was 7 of Cups down. Now, the Tower, to me, like in the other realm, all of your ancestors and guides and angels and all of them up there, right? They all saw something that you didn't see at some point in your life happening, right? So they created a tower because something wasn't built on integrity. It was built on lies. It was built on destruction, chaos, and confusion, or whatever that could possibly be that was toxic. It wasn't built out of truth, love, honesty, whatever. So they decided, they created a tower here. Okay. Now these people's realizations of that, all that glitters isn't gold, right? Yeah. They're dealing with it hard. 8 of Cups reversed. They could be very weak. They could be scared of what they created. I don't know. Well, you know, people gotta wake the hell up. God. 9 of Pentacles reversed. Ding, 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 ding. 6 of Swords. This is very without poverty. Getting out of the storms. Getting out of the lack, Scorpio. Whatever you're lacking or were lacking, you're getting out of the storms. Flying monkeys right over this. And you know who to trust and who not to. Or you're learning. One or the other. 3 more and we can move on, please. Yeah, I have some psychics out there in my collective. I like it. I love my Scorpio collective, honestly, because a lot of you really are higher vibrationals and seers and light workers, and I love it. You know, we got to unite in these days that's so dark on this planet. You know, light those candles, light that light, and illuminate it. The Fool. 2 more. Yeah, some of these people were a bunch of clowns. Knight of Wands. 1 more. So this is representing innocence, however, to a new beginning, Scorpio. I like it. Taking a chance on your beginning. You know, believing in spirit, having your back, and going for it, whatever that is to you. You might have like a new thing that really gives you a lot of excitement in your life or something like that. We have Knight of Wands with the King of Wands. Messages, the father figure or whoever that boss is or that manager. Yeah, it's about them giving messages or whatever action here, because look at that horse. He's in action, right? When the king gives an order, the knight moves. They don't question. So when this is in an action, you know, he's already gotten the order, so to say, and metaphorically. So it's like movement. It's quick. I almost feel like, yeah, the Knight of Swords next to it. Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords. Yeah, I feel that quick, sudden. Oh, and then the 8 of Wands, which is quick, sudden. That's the second fastest card moving card in the deck. Blah, I'm starting to talk really fast here. Slow down, Spirit, please. Because I get tongue-tied. I'm like a wide open conduit, and I get all tongue-tied in the process of all these things. It's funny. I'm not crazy. I don't care. And my therapist tells me so. My God. Yeah, it's been a rough road, huh? 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's loss. There's abandonment maybe, or some kind of like ostracizing. These people are in a snowstorm. They're the ones out in the cold and they're on crutches. They should be inside. You know? Yeah, something about that. It's very disappointing, really, on my side. But aggression, coming in quick. And then we have the hopeless card here with the hopeless situation or the loss or whatever. I'm not gonna say. But I don't like that feeling. We got to raise the vibe on this planet. We may be light workers, but trying to help the dark is sometimes the hardest, right? Sometimes it's the hardest. What's fair is fair. This injustice needs to be made fair, and this one is up. So believe it or not, justice is here. Whether they choose to see it, admit it, accept it, whatever, however, it's here. I like it. Change it up a notch or two. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Happy Joy, where are you from? What country are you from, Happy Joy? Are you still on here? I don't know. Queen of Hearts, yeah. Somebody's admiring you, Scorpio. Or they have, warm and fuzzy thoughts, yeah. But they have like they endear you. 10 of Spades. Yeah, a lot of family quarrels, conflicts, breaking family curses. Some people are dealing with it hard. Those hexes and ancestral goes back. Yeah, a long and happy life, right on. We are going to have a good year, I believe, Scorps. The North Noders are going to have a pretty damn good year this year. We still have trials and tribulations all day long, but overall, it's still going to be good. That's what I remember reading. Yeah. Yeah, it's a journey, all right. It's a journey, all right. You're not kidding with those train tracks. Yeah. Choices, decisions. You're making plans for the future. Some of you, I like it. There's good news coming. Yes, right on. Right on, Scorpio. There's good news coming out of this BS. With the snakes. Shed that skin. You are Scorpio after all. Show them how it's done. Show them how it's done. Eternal crystals. You might want to pick up a piece if you don't have a piece and keep it on your person for the next few weeks or whatever as you're dealing with this stuff, right? Unikite, number 42 for those who care. Okay, it's about living in the present and it's about your heart chakra. I know I don't have a piece of this laying around. I don't think so. Anyway, check it out. Don't forget to flip and flop should you need to. Do you spend too much time focusing on what has happened in the past? Are you constantly trying to plan for the future? Have you noticed that you haven't had much time to enjoy and live in the present? Unikite is appearing to encourage you to be fully present. It's time for you to enjoy what is around you now. Be grateful for the experiences that you have been through in the past because they have made you the wonderful you that you are now. Begin to honor who you are and cherish the loved ones and friends around you. Make the most of each opportunity that comes your way. There's nothing wrong with planning for the future. Just try not to become so focused on the future that you forget to live in the present. Unikite helps you to live in the now. It's a balancing and grounding crystal, which is associated with your heart chakra. Try to focus on the things and people that bring you the most fulfillment or happiness at the moment. Spend time doing things that you love and that re-energize you, and connect with your loved ones and do something fun together. Nice card. Ground, right? Be very present, right? Believe what you see. Hidden realms. What do we got for Scorpios? The Horse King. Number 42. Assistance and control. The Horse King. Okay. The Horse King always comes to lend you the power to go the distance, forging ahead whatever the weather. You will most certainly reach your perfect destination with this noble ally. He lets you know that some person or circumstance brought through synchronicity will certainly appear to help you with your endeavors. You aren't meant to go this part of your journey alone. This is also an important time to delegate authority to others so that they may assist you. Currently, you're magnetic to powerful people who are in position to help make your dreams come true. The Horse King asks that you remain open to those who are sent to aid you. You can be assured that you will be lifted up and will ride high in victory. Amen to that. All right, Grandma. What do you got for us, Josie? What do you got for Scorpios, Josie? Couple more, please. And thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, anger, abusive aggression in the household. Enemy. You think? You think? Widow. Grieving, sadness, loss. It's all about a gentleman, and I'm not calling him a gentleman in this case. You can decide that. A gentle man now does not abuse or they're not aggressive, they're not control freaks, they're not, yeah, it's a journey. It's a journey. I feel like this is a very positive Chariot card up for you. Travel ahead, movement. I like it a lot. It is facing the future, Yeah. There's a lot there to marinate on. I'm going to give you a rune. Close this out. Yeah, this snake, you can't trust him. Scorpios know. Glastonbury Tour. That's the back. Looking up the well or something, I think, or the what is this? Yeah, that's a crow flying by. So they're looking up like a tower, I guess. Okay. Anyway, where are we going if not deeper into this love? Heart be pure as a holy dove. Let me in or let me go. I feel like a lot of this is keeping the good, getting rid of the bad. There was a lot of loss. Ravens and crows are messengers, by the way, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little tiny one right there. If my live would focus, YouTube, I need to get it together. That's what I've got for you today, Scorpio. I'm sorry that you know, you have to go through all, you know, that's part of being a Scorpio, unfortunately. Becoming that warrior and grasping that, you know, pain or disappointment or whatever it is that you go through, and transmuting it into an empowerment type energy is exactly what it's about. Coming into your own, your full self, right? These are your messages, man. Be cool, be kind, be patient, and just be a good human. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all.